This is 91.3 FM, WCW in Worcester, Massachusetts, the Dr. Chris Radio of Horror program. And tonight on Radio of Horror, in the Radio of Horror studio being recorded, we have the band who performs the theme song for Radio of Horror, Hellitosis. And we have Josh, and we have...
Nabby.
And we have silently in the background chewing...
Chris Hayes.
Okay. So they perform the theme song Radio of Horror, which we play most every week when we're actually live on the air. Other nights, it's whatever the station manager happens to be performed. But usually when we're here in the studio, you'll hear this opening theme song leading into Radio of Horror, usually the full 3-minute version or about a minute and a half sometimes. Depends on what we have for the show. But we've been playing it for the last 2 or 3 years, I think. And Josh also did music for a short film that me and Sarah Michelle did a year and a half ago, called A Mummy Among Us. And they're back in the studio again because they've been here one other time to talk a little bit about what they've got going on, new things, this awesome poster, which is like right here, which is like a comic book you fold out, and an adventure in your hands, which explodes with excitement. Thank you for coming in the studio with us, guys and gals.
Thanks for having us.
What is new in Hellitosis land?
Do you want to talk?
Well, for a little while we had some downtime. I don't know if you're aware, our Mr. Jodo over here had to go back into the ward for a little while. Shame, shame, shame. But we're back in the studio now doing a couple more theme songs. We got some new stuff we're working on along with some old things. Our Radio of Horror, of course, and Before You Die, which is a video that we did with Fatfoot Films. Very exciting.
New video?
Nope, still the old video that we did. We're just still working on the song.
That's still being worked on, that music video? From 2 years ago?
No. Just a song. Yeah, we're starting to revamp some of the old songs. And Joshua, you want to take that?
Sure. So we've been working with Derek Rook. We just finished a promotional song for Gore Shriek, which is a graphic novel that he's releasing through Rough House Publishing, and then they're going to be doing a second, accompaniment to it, and at that point there'll be a commercial that we're putting together with Fatfoot Films. So we did a theme song for that entitled Gore Shriek, and we also took a song that he wrote for his company, Rough House Publishing. He wrote it under the name Road to Rough House, and we've been working on that. We're probably going to be performing that at our next show, which is September 2nd at the Cove Music Hall here in Worcester. Beautiful Worcester.
What's the Cove Music Hall? I've never heard of that.
It's the Lucky Dog.
Oh.
Yep. The new owner, Ted Kistner, bought it and revamped it, put a nice sound system, some lights, cleaned it up, scrubbed it up.
What were you trying to say about the original Lucky Dog?
It was a den of sin.
I liked it.
It was a good place.
I did like the original place. I'm afraid to go in there now. I'm afraid it's going to be like clean. Did he take down all the pornography in the bathroom?
I think he framed
the men's bathroom is the only one I'm aware of.
I was going to say, Chris, weren't you featured on that wall?
Yeah.
What did the women's bathroom look like? I've never had a chance to go. Even though there was nobody there, I never went in there.
I would like to know, too. I went in the men's, like I said.
No, seriously, though. You never went in the women's bathroom?
No, it was... Actually, to be honest, I don't remember.
Okay, because the men's bathroom was wall-to-wall, like... old school pornography, vintage porn, yeah. So it was like classy. It wasn't like penetrating porn and XXX. It was all like Playboy bondage stuff from the 50s and 60s.
Women with real hedges.
Yeah.
The real hedges.
There's shrubbery.
We were watching me and my artist for Dracula and a friend of hers on Monday. We're watching Fright Night, Fright Night Part 2 back to back, and we were commenting on the real 80s boobs and stuff. And how there was just like this, like the way women were born back then, the boobs came across very differently. They have this odd shape to them that they don't have these days.
Yeah.
Mommy, what is that? Oh, those are natural breasts, honey. They actually produce milk and not
silicone.
Yeah, plastic. So yeah, outside of that, we're just continuing to, we kind of bought our own studio. We're trying to learn how to use everything and produce.
Like quicker. You completely own the studio?
Yep, Chris. Actually,
not even like renting a loan. Just you like frick it. We'll just buy it,
yeah.
And then we'll rent it out to people.
Yeah, that's the idea.
soon as I learn how to use it. Probably a dozen more YouTube videos, and I'll have it nailed.
You push this thing up, you push it down, you watch the pitch. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
it is not rocket science on how to use a soundboard. You literally are just paying attention to the needles most of the time.
yeah. EQs and everything are a little bit above the drummer's pay grade.
You want to keep it in the negative, and it goes anywhere near that 0. That's a bad sign. That's the one thing I've noticed. Like every soundboard, no matter how many knobs are on them and little buttons and pushes and levers and stuff like that, it's kind of like the way that Harrison Ford would describe the Millennium Falcon to Daisy Ridley when they were filming Episode 7. Every button and switch and lever has a purpose. Don't just go across that board pushing stuff or whatever. So he took her like on a flight school plan to show her how an actual plane is operated. So when she was piloting the Millennium Falcon, she was actually knew what she was doing and not just being like.
No, that's me. That's me. Just
No, yeah, he would have had a meltdown.
Oh yeah,
about that.
just push buttons.
No, but he's like a real pilot, so
drives,
like,
too.
Yeah.
and then when I started doing this or whatever, I was like, oh, look at all the buttons. I was like, no, every button has a purpose. And
It's hard not to push them.
Don't push the red blinking one.
So
basically, well, that's the one that shows you're on air. So there's nothing to push. It's just usually a light. Lets you know you're broadcasting and shut the F up. So
along with the poster that we gave.
Oh,
you
yeah.
comes
I was
a
gonna ask
story,
about
yep. We did.
So I noticed there's a couple people from Fat Foot Films in this.
Yes, we love our people from Fat Foot Films. We really do.
There's Shauna LeMay.
Love her to
The new
death.
the new husband.
Yeah, I was gonna say, depends on what day you catch him.
Considering those two, I would say she probably wears the pants of that relationship just a little
She
bit
looks
more.
good in 'em,
Pictures
though.
from
She
the
looks
last
good in 'em.
Mustache Brigade where he's wearing a Speedo and a fur jacket and nothing else.
And is this Leah Deshane?
Leah Chioda.
Chioda, sorry. Yeah,
Leah
sorry.
Siren, however her
Yeah,
name is.
Leah Siren. She's got so many different names. I start getting confused with other people I know, Leah. And then, of course, this was filmed at the Ralph's Rock Diner.
No, this is Zip's Diner.
Oh, really?
In our neck of the woods.
Oh.
In Lyme, Connecticut, yep.
Oh, okay. I think I've been to Zips, but it was like God, I went to Zips like on a date with a girl, and it was like 35 minutes just to get to the restaurant from like where I picked her up in Putnam.
Yeah.
And you walk in and it's all like 80-year-old people.
Yeah, but I liked it.
Plum
But the
pudding.
problem was, it was just like that was like the one and only date. I was like, well, that was a waste of time and gas.
It's all about the ambiance.
It is all about the ambiance. For that restaurant particularly, it was awesome inside. It's got all the old-fashioned grills back there still.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, which in one of the pictures I'm holding our Joda over one of the friolators that was extremely hot.
There's a horror convention happening in Danbury, Connecticut next Saturday. Do you guys aware of this?
No.
The
No.
it's a horror Connecticut horror or something like that. It's a 1-day horror convention.
One day, huh?
Yeah, but from like Worcester, it's a 2.5-hour drive to Danbury, Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a right next door type of thing. I live in Framingham, so it's going to be even longer.
That's going to
'Cause
be a
it's-
good day.
Yeah, 40. No, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to that. But they're going to have like George Romero there. They're going to have.
Oh, wow.
They're going to have the Rob Zombie Halloween
Nice.
actor who played Michael Myers, Tyler Mane, and they're gonna have like the not Ben Chapman because he passed away, but the other actor who played the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're gonna have some decent people there, but that's a drive to go to.
Yeah. We
If I was going with somebody, that'd be cool, but no, nobody wanted to go. I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not
Yeah,
driving 3 hours
it's a
by
long
myself.
drive.
We might have the opportunity to play the horror show in the Catskills for Halloween.
What's the Catskills?
At the Catskill Mountain Range, there's a Blackthorn Resort up there. Jeff Mack, that does all the steampunk and those conventions, he's promoting this. And I talked to a couple of people from Red Zone that were at the convention that you and I were at together, Dr. Chris, the Scaricon.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, you should, see if you, put an application in for the band. So we're trying to get in for the weekend of I think it's the 14th through the 16th. So we'd go up there and, play a set, play some music, and then have a table where people can come up, meet us, find out what weirdos we are, and probably never pick up one of our albums because they're like, this is just not right.
You know what's not right? You guys should play in the Holy Land in on the border of Connecticut, Massachusetts. You know what that is, right?
What's that?
The Holy Land is an abandoned Christian theme park.
Oh, yes, you've talked about it. Is there power there? Do we have to bring generators?
I think you're going to have to bring generators and probably a gun and a getaway car just in case the police show up. But this place is still there. It was supposedly bought by like a car dealership, and they were going to tear it down. But no, you drive down Route 84 going towards, deep into Connecticut, Hartford, you drive down 84 going into Hartford, you can look up as you're driving by and still see a cross sitting on top of the mountain. That means it's still there. Because otherwise they would have taken the cross down. But they never did. And the place was bought like 3 or 4 years ago. There was a girl who was kidnapped there and raped and supposedly I think killed, but I think she got away. Some really bad, sketchy things have happened there. And I've talked to a couple photographers or whatever who wanted, we should go up and film some stuff there or whatever. They're like, we should grab a couple of models because they would just they'd get off on filming up here. I'm just like, why do I think we shouldn't bring?
Why is there a reservation?
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to, make sure they sign the disclaimer before entering the place.
Do not sue me if you get murdered and raped.
Yeah,
not by me, but
it's just a little sketchy. But I think it would make an excellent place for a concert of the gothest metalist concert in the world. Just because it's all this Holy Land and there's all these crosses everywhere, and, all these entryways to areas you can go to that have Bible scripture on it. It's all run down, but it was a happening place through the 50s, 60s, and 70s. It was run by the KKK for a little while too.
No wonder.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Donald Trump could hold a rally there, considering he was endorsed by the KKK.
Or at least erect one of those statues.
Oh yeah,
and put it right out in front.
Yeah. But don't you think that'd be the most twisted place for
a video?
A video,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you shoot it very guerrilla style. I mean, you got to think about all the noise that a band makes.
Wait, that would be the best part. Is we shoot a whole video that has a storyline and something going on, and then when you show us playing, it goes quiet. You just hear us because we don't want to alert anybody that we're there. So all the metal scenes will be.
It's a video quiet. For the deaf.
Yeah.
But you would do all that. Wouldn't you plug in all the music in post anyway?
Yeah.
You're not actually playing when you're shooting the video.
No.
Because I've been to a music video. I've been to yours and I've been in one other, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They don't play any actual music. They're like, no, we play the music. It's all. They try and sync up some of the words when we're on stage, but it's obviously just coming in and out, in and out, and in and out. It's not Michael Jackson's whatever, his Thriller video, which I don't know if he was actually singing.
Oh, during the video? No, I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
It's so complicated to be able to get a good recording when you've got all these smoke machines going off and stuff.
But you should ask Fat Foot Films. It's hey, we should go to the Holy Land and film because people were murdered and raped there, and it doesn't get much more horrific than that.
It obviously has a feel to it.
Sounds right up our alley.
I don't know if they'll make
not to make light of a terrible situation, but it would be right up there.
That's totally us making light of a horrible situation.
But it would be right up there to do it. And it's again, anyone who wants to go to it. I'm not saying you should because I don't know if there's a no trespassing thing. Someone said if there's a no trespassing sign, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's who hasn't probably tried to break in there?
Well, I mean, when you're dealing with $5,000 cameras and stuff like that, it's best to just go through the proper legal channels if possible.
You're thinking way too big. You have everyone wear camera sunglasses.
I'm old.
Sunglasses with the camera right here that picks up audio right here. And then
you can't be responsible and in a metal band, Joe.
Oh, sure you can. Look at all these old guys out there, Iron Maiden and stuff like that.
By the way, speaking of Gore Shriek, Derek Wick just added a picture right now of Gore Shriek on his Facebook page. Gore Shriek Resurrect Us Volume 1 shipping now. So they must be shipping soon.
I need my copy.
So this is actually a good time to segue into a song that you guys should play. Maybe play one for Gore Shriek, and then we'll let Derek know that we're playing it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. He must be up right now, right?
He is, because he just posted on Facebook.
Perfect. Derek, if you're out there, buddy, I miss you. I think I have an. Can you hear the guitar?
Yeah, just pull your microphone a little bit closer to you. Okay. And then just give it a sound check. Plink it.
I get quite loud.
You are so loud.
I am very loud.
Control yourself.
Oh gosh, not very good at that. Bladder control is not a thing.
Ladder?
You're the right kind of sinner to release my inner demon. Go shriek, go shriek. Walk through the blood fields with me. Down past the rotting from the prey of the battery. Go shriek, go shriek. Fucking luck! Go shriek! Go shriek! Go shriek! Go shriek! We are the monsters that live in your head. Illustrations of gore, terror, and dread.
Woo!
Hey, much better.
Hey.
That one actually lined up.
Now, what do the without the music? What do the lyrics in the songs say?
The lyrics have to do with the illustration. I actually wrote the lyrics for.
Can you read them to us without the music?
Do we have them on?
Just for anyone listening who's not as into metal and maybe can't separate the vocals from the guitar and the background instruments. So you can read it like a poem, okay? We can all sit here with our tea and our coffee and our black shirts.
We went through a process with Derek making sure that we understood where this comic, not only what the subject matter is, but also where the history of these artists and this kind of art came from, which was a very seedy New York during, I believe, the 80s kind of, when things were dark. So when we put this together, Christina worked very hard on the vocals. I don't know if what is the start of it? It's you're the right kind of sinner.
To release my inner demon.
Yeah. And where does it go from there?
You're the right kind of sinner to release my inner demon. Walk through the blood fields with me. Down past the rotting from depraved debauchery. Gore shriek.
Gore shriek.
Give a pound of flesh to fill my cup. Deals with the devil. Good fucking luck. Gore shriek.
Gore shriek.
Gore shriek.
Gore shriek.
'Cause we are the monsters that live in your head. Illustrations of gore, terror, and dread.
Poe would be so proud of us. It was really actually the first Hellitosis song that was written by different, all of us together, because usually I tend to take the writing aspect, and this time I asked for Chris and Christina to put their own in. So Chris actually helped out on creating some of the vocal melodies, and Christina wrote the vocals, and I just, made the groundwork of the guitar and so forth. And so it's nice to have them take over and really flourish as artists and musicians.
And you guys also have a song of Sarah Michelle too.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is the PR person for Gore Shriek.
Mm-hmm.
And the cover model for one of their illustrations.
She's a busy girl.
She's a busy girl, but seems to be acting more like the PR kind of businesswoman behind the scenes for that these days, and doing her own thing off to the side. So that's kind of cool.
Good for. I love her fetish videos.
Yeah, I've only watched like one or two, but I don't want to watch anything else because I'm afraid of like I don't want to. I just can't put that in my head when I talk to her and we're hanging out and having fun. Like me, her, and Derek, we about a month ago we shot a movie together, The Sleepover. And it was shot at this woman who answered an ad on New England Film, Donna, who now I'm writing a new script with called Massachusetts Ghost Story. And I agreed that I'm not going to write any like the dialogue or the plot. I want to really write like scenes and like all of the scare gags that are going to happen. Not gags like jokes, but just like the scare stuff that's going to happen. Like I was watching a movie and I was like, how did they do that? Went online and researched and said, okay, this is going to be in our movie. This is so easy to do. I like a table being flipped over by supernatural forces. And it's just somebody dressed completely in black underneath the table, whatever, who flips the table over out of sight of the camera. And I'm like, that's so easy to do, but it looks like there's a supernatural force that just flipped their table over.
Yeah.
So, and the camera just obviously just cuts away really fast before that person's seen. Or another scene where like somebody places something by a door, you know, like to block the door because they're worried someone else is in the house. And they come over to their bed and the camera follows them back to bed. And when they lean over to go turn off the light, the chair that's blocking the door is now right next to their bed. And there's no cut. There's just the camera following them, but out of shot of the camera, someone's picked the chair up.
Tiptoes quietly.
Basically, yeah, put socks on to do it. You know, no squeaky, no suction cup feet or anything. And I was like, that is so easy to do. I'm gonna put that in my movie. So every time I see a scene in like a ghost story or paranormal possession movie, I'm like, I go online to research how they did it. And if I can't find anything, I just kind of figure it out myself and go, okay, I just rewatch the scene and go, oh, okay, I'm going to totally steal this for my movie.
There's some really cool websites now you can go to. They show you all kinds of crazy.
Yeah.
And the things you can do simply on just
YouTube
your
videos.
iPhone or something like that. The videos that some college kids are putting up on YouTube, but simply using their iPhones.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We that was a joke I made, but we were supposed to have one DP and she had to drop out. And then so the director ended up being the DP as well, which he's not. Found out later on that he didn't want to do, but whatever. So it was me, Sarah Michelle, this woman Donna, who owned the house that we shot in too, because we were kind of worried about where we were going to shoot because where we were going to shoot wasn't going to work out. But she was like, "Shoot at my house. I own a house. I don't mind." I'm like, "That's fantastic," and she wants to shoot the ghost story there too. So we have a shooting location already before we even get to finish the script. And this girl Kimber. And then makeup artist Diane Pimentel.
Oh, yeah. She's awesome.
Worked, I think she worked on your... No, she didn't work on your video.
No, but she did The Mummy.
Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's how I know her. She did The Mummy, and Sarah Michelle was The Mummy. And then I ran sound because our sound guy had a job interview, so he had to duck out of our production, but I did sound, which is not a big deal. And Andrew Shanley was the guy who shot it, so...
Nice.
And that is currently in editing form right now. So that was our last project with Sarah. But anyway, afterwards we went out to dinner, me, her, and Derek, and we saw Lights Out. And I think she had mentioned really quick her online videos, but I didn't say to her, I was like, I can't watch those.
They are amazing.
I can't watch those. I can't watch those and stare at you. This is like having like a porn. This is like having a adult film star on my show.
Hey, Sarah,
Dress
how's it
suits.
going?
Like some of her videos are shot with, the mean boss and the secretary, the subservient secretary.
Yeah.
And she's just in just a normal dress suit, like... looks amazing.
Yeah, like she wore a dress suit for... This is actually like... The Sleepover is like the third project I've worked on her with. She was the cover model for my vampire book series, The Undead Are a Joke, and she wears a business pants
Yeah, it was
suit.
like this. I remember purple in it. For some
Yeah,
reason.
she had a purple
and black.
top on and a big busty bra. She had like an amazing wonder bra.
Hey, what about Derek? He's not bad looking either.
We gave Derek enough time when he came in. We have a whole,
He's got his own interview.
he has a whole commentary I got to stick up online. I might do that this week, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
We've got that Mustache Brigade that we recorded and released on the Three-Way Banana along with the Radio of Horror song. That Mustache Brigade is finally coming to fruition, and it looks like hopefully they'll be releasing that by the end of this year. So we already got one shoot done, and we started on a second one. Because...
You're talking about Fat Foot Films, right?
Yeah, Fat Foot Films, the Mustache Brigade. I'll show that.
I don't know what that. What is that?
I have one of the videos is actually done. that I think is going out to some film festivals, but they want to try to get like at least 4 or 5 of them done and release them all at once.
Well,
maybe.
this is what you could do. We can, because we're radio and no one can really see what you're doing on your phone.
Yeah.
I can point in the physical realm, and there'll be a box in the YouTube video made afterwards of the video link that Josh is talking about. So.
Yeah, it's not released yet. This was just for, you and I time afterwards.
Okay. You and I time.
Yeah,
okay.
I can show you, but it's nice.
Well, this won't be up on YouTube for like another week or two. It's not going to be on YouTube this week.
Yeah, we can plug Fatfoot Films, but I think they're aiming at like towards the end
of the year.
Yeah. So
okay. So all right.
Year. Like I'm doing a couple cameos in it. I got my head chopped off, so that's good fun.
That's the second time you've died for Fatfoot Films.
Yeah, they like to kill me. They like to take my pants off and kill me. So
they do, and it's great every time.
I have that going for me.
I get a special kind of thrill and a tickle from watching it.
Tickle.
I'm not discussing that.
Do you guys have what of your songs do you have music videos for?
Basically, there's the kind that they released through CD Baby. So anything on that White Flag demo has a video, but it's just a picture of the album cover with the song.
Oh, okay.
So there's 5 of those, and then
There's a Sarah Michelle music video?
Yeah, but I did make a Sarah Michelle music video originally, and that's all the film footage from when we shot A Mummy Among Us.
Oh, where can I watch that?
It's on YouTube. It's on our YouTube site.
I didn't know that. God,
Yeah.
I would have plugged the hell out of that with the actual movie. That would have been great. I didn't know that.
I made a little video.
I knew the Sarah
compilation.
Michelle song was in there, but I didn't know there was a whole music video. That's so freaking cool. Is there a bloodletting music video?
I
No.
wish.
Oh, see, that's what I was more
wish.
interested in. I don't care about the Sarah Michelle one anymore. I want the vampire.
Yes,
I have a whole movie with Sarah. I have 2 movies with Sarah in it. Now I want to know about the bloodletting song.
That's
I
one of
have to
my
pay
favorites.
more. I have to pay more money if we made a video to use that song. I
thought that was your song.
No,
that's a
it's
Concrete Blonde.
Oh, see, I don't know anything about the music industry.
Yeah, they're really stringent about what your rights are and so forth. So Chris and I went back and forth about it for a while, and when we decided that we were going to record that, I was like, well, I doubt anything will ever happen, but just in case, you got to cover your bases. And because CD Baby and stuff, they won't distribute it unless you have some form of proof that you've paid the artist royalties.
This purple demon thing on your comic book insert little poster, is that supposed to be Derek Rook? Because it's kind of got some of his features.
I wonder if he kind of subconsciously slipped himself into the persona, but his name is W.S. Beastie.
Because when he smiles, he's got the cheekbone like Derek. He's got Derek's hair. When Derek ever gets around to like cutting his hair, he's got Derek's like shorter haircut.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Derek was posting some picture the other day saying, I should cut my hair. Like, everyone's like, yes! Sarah's the only one who came to his fence. You do what you want to do. And we're all like, cut your hair!
He's got a rock star
Public
heart.
opinion.
Only his girlfriend's opinion matters.
It's usually the way it goes, yeah.
My girlfriend looked like that. I'd agree with her opinion at all times.
If your girlfriend looked like that, I'd agree with her opinion at all times, too.
If your girlfriend looked like Derek with a beard and long caveman-like hair, or are you talking about his girlfriend looked like Sarah Michelle?
You know what? I might take it either which way. He's got a pretty
Like
mouth.
the bearded, your girlfriend looked like the bearded man, the bearded woman. That's the Sideshow Freak, right? The bearded woman.
I like my ladies to have some 10 o'clock shadow.
Are you ever going to take like a public domain movie and write a song about it? Because like everyone's done that, and that's always kind of cool. But you want to do it based on something that no one's done. Like the Misfits, I know, has like banged through the catalog of public domain movies.
And
but,
then White Zombie decided to do the same thing.
But is there like a Metropolitan?
Oh man, I would love to do that.
You know?
No, I mean, well, we're finally getting around to, hopefully we're going to be recording the full-length album and novella and all that I've been working on. So that's probably going to be taking up our time once we're...
Have you ever thought about putting out a vinyl record?
I would love to. It's just, we'd have to do a Kickstarter. It's expensive.
For vinyl?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's totally possible. I mean, you can set it up all through nowadays, like CD Baby again. I'm talking a lot about them tonight. They need to give me money, but
You should have Sarah run your Kickstarter. I mean, she ran that Gore Shriek one.
I know.
To success.
Yeah.
Someone's like, you should do Dracula's Kickstarter. I'm like, freaking frack, no. I did that already, and that was an epic failure. I don't want to do it again.
It's
I mean,
really time-consuming.
I just don't have the time. If I'm going to be starting a full-time job, and maybe my artist or whatever, she hasn't found a job yet because we're both, like, unemployed. So we're both like, oh, great, we're both completely unemployed. It's the best time to work out our own comic book. And now I just got a job, and I'm like, the hours of it are pretty good. They're like 8 to 4.
Yeah.
Which I'll be really curious how the hell I'm going to do Radio Horror on Sunday nights into Monday. I just won't sleep. I'll just go to Denny's. Like, after I get out of here, like 2 a.m., I'll just be like, I'm going to go to Denny's till like 6.
Yeah,
and then sleep in the parking lot until like...
I work third shift now, so when I get out of here, I get to go to work.
I
Woohoo!
freaking hated that. When I first started doing this, like a year afterwards, I did the third shift for one job. No, I agreed to do the third shift for like one night a week because of the fact that I was just like getting out here at 2 a.m. I have to be to work by 7. I was like, I don't think I'm going to get to work on time. I seriously think I'm going to get in trouble. And I asked my boss, listen, this is what happens on Sunday. And she was like, okay. So, okay, that sounds fine. But then like the first night, I had to work with like the bitch of the third shift manager. She was like this freaking horrible human being. She was so awful. I regretted making that decision.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be left alone, do my thing in my department, but no. Oh, that was awful.
Doesn't work that way.
No, so I did that for like several weeks. Ugh.
Well, luckily, when you're usually that's when artists decide to take on their opus is when they're like, I'm unemployed. It's time to finally write that theater thing that I've been working on.
I actually had a theater. There was I was driving by these signs in. I was driving by these signs in Framingham for this theater company, Red Velvet Cake the musical or something. I was like, that sounds so freaking lame.
There's a lot of things that come to the mind for that one.
Yes.
And I immediately thought, it was like, ooh, you know, it'd be cool to take Dracula, and the gender swap Dracula story I'm doing, and turn it into a play.
Yeah.
How many people would totally gravitate to that? This is a Dracula play? And then it's going to be a woman? What? I'll go see that. It's just a matter of finding the theater company and be like, we'll pick up your script and help you. You know,
right, yeah.
You know, you write the script, and we're the theater company that's going to like take your script from you and do something with it. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and sign whatever contract, especially a contract that says you do not change anything in my script.
Yeah, that's hard to get. They tend to like to change things. They're like, you know, we can't have a 14-foot bat monster come out on stage, so we're going to cut that.
No, but do you remember, like, that would be cool, but do you remember, did you ever see Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yes, I was just
Yes.
thinking about that with
Have you seen that?
the Muppets.
Yeah, that's how I got the job on the Muppets, running the Muppet movie. But have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, that scene, I was just like, that is so cool.
That is the best.
And there was a guy on YouTube reviewing Castlevania, the video game series, and he showed like a clip from a stage production he did in high school of him playing Van Helsing, like stabbing some other kid in the chest with Dracula. I was like, I never did anything that cool in high school.
Yeah.
Oh,
I stabbed somebody in the chest, but they weren't a vampire.
And it wasn't a play.
My
The
brother
cops came.
Yeah.
I heard my brother once, like in shop class, like made a wooden stake and went after some kid who had been bullying him like a vampire.
Nice.
And I was like, this is like 19...
So this has always been an obsession for you.
You know? And it was like 1997, 96 or something it happened. So this is before Columbine. This is before September 11th.
Then they were like, oh, they're just being boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he just severed an artery, so... Now they're being felons.
It's like September 11th changed everything for like every like politically and stuff in like government in the United States, and like Columbine was like changed everything in high school. Yeah. So before that, you got, you know, you could get away with trying to stab your classmate with me. Ugh.
Now they want to put you on special pills. They want to take away your street drugs and give you better drugs.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Government never likes competition. You think that's good? Try this.
What have you guys ever thought about writing like a really controversial song about something that's happening and beat someone else to the punch to it?
I was going to say, I don't think there's a song that Joshua has written that has not been offensive in some way.
No, but like politically.
hope.
Well, we have Man of Fuck Destitute, which is, I don't know if it's controversial, but it's
Is it about anyone specifically?
It's more about the system, F the system. Controversially, well, Dick Witch, touches on...
the boss has been doing that for years.
Yeah. Dick Witch talks... I was always very concerned about people actually listening to the song, because it talks about the station nightclub fire, which, obviously young people wouldn't remember. But that's still a very tender subject, so I'm always worried that somebody's actually going to listen to that song and be like, hey, it's kind of messed up.
You know that some band or some musician out there has already written both the Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump president song, if either one gets elected.
That's
and
brilliant.
just as soon as they get elected, he or she will be, or the band will be putting it out there, being like, "Oh yeah, here's our anti-song because you got elected."
Well, during the Bush reign, NoFX did a whole album called "Somewhere in Texas, a Village is Missing Their Idiot."
Yeah,
and that was just straight up like slammed him so much.
I know somebody who's making up a poem right now comparing the stupidity said by Donald Trump to the brilliance that was George W. Bush.
That's a good face-off.
And I was like, what's the poem about? And he's like, read me a line from it. And he goes, well, remember Donald Trump said the Muslims and the Islamics are terrorists and we should be afraid of them and wipe them out or whatever. But he's like, as much as I'm not a George W. Bush supporter, George W. Bush never actually said that. What he said was,
right.
Muslims, we're not looking at you like you're terrorists. We're your friends. We love you. And I was like, that's right, he did say that. All his crap, he actually did say that on the news.
That reminds me of that scene in Mars Attacks where they go running around. Don't worry, we just want to talk. We are your friends. As they're killing the humans.
Oh, yeah.
God,
can you imagine a movie like Mars Attack was released today?
Oh, man.
There's so much that just culturally kids and younger people will never understand, like, bad taste. In the way,
it's like everyone calls Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds the only good 9/11 movie, and I'm like, yes, actually, you watch that movie, and that's like Steven Spielberg knew exactly what he was making with that movie. You watch that movie, and everything about that is during and post 9/11.
Yeah,
so
it's sad that like. Our media just basically is like, you guys are stupid, and we're going to tell you that you're stupid, and you're not going to really...
What do you think of 31 coming out soon? What do you think that's going to do?
That's the new Rob Zombie, right? I don't know, like
he's making a movie that he wants to make without studio involvement. The only thing he needed was a distributor, which is what he got with... whoever's distributing, I don't know. But, because he funded that movie with fan support.
Yep.
Not studio backing whatsoever. So he got to make the movie he wanted to make. And he did have to cut stuff to get an R rating by the MPAA. That was going to happen regardless. Rob Zombie, I don't care what you think is going to... I don't care what you think you're going to put out. You need an R rating, get mass... film release.
Because the NC-17 is like the death of all. That's like the Kevin Smith thing where he talks about getting in Zack and Mira. He went up against them like 2 or 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. And he's one of the... He said at the time he was like one of only 2 directors in Hollywood who'd ever gotten it turned around. Like in the way he wanted it to.
Did he do it twice too?
3
Dogma?
times.
And okay.
Yeah. Well, 3 times in Zack and Miri, but you're right. Twice, once for Dogma, once for Zack and Miri, but 3 times in Zack and Miri, he had to keep going back.
Yeah.
And now there is the rumor. No, there's not a rumor. This is actually happening in November. Showgirls is getting released back in theaters for 1 week only. It's the 20th anniversary of Showgirls this year. And I'm like, my God, am I really that old?
Yes.
And
we all are.
I'm like, holy shit, did Showgirls really come out in 1996? And I'm like, yes, it did actually. I remember watching that in theaters when I was a kid at 16 because the local theater, I went to a private school and the local theater didn't care, what age we could go see any movie we wanted or whatever. Because we're all a bunch of little rich kids with freaking daddy's money. And I went to I saw Showgirls like twice in theaters, not knowing what the fuck I was watching. And
what is she doing in the pool? Is she having an aneurysm?
But I'm wondering, will they release Showgirls like the way we want it to be released? Does the rating change in 20 years due to the content?
Right.
Will it be an R rating? Because that was an NC-17.
It'd probably be PG-13 by now.
No, there's still
that's out there. I know in comparison.
No. There is a chock full of like adult material in that movie. This isn't like Titanic with her, the one scene where it's artistic nudity. There is sexual nudity in this movie. There's period blood in the movie.
That reminds me of
kids are
an
having
episode of
anal sex in
SpongeBob
eighth
I
grade.
saw the other day.
But the point is, like, will they release that in theaters as an R-rated movie or NC-17?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know they made a sequel to Showgirls?
Nope.
no.
Yes.
I
Showgirls
don't
2.
want to know.
Showgirls 2, Pennies from Heaven.
Is that like a golden shower?
I don't know.
Cheaper?
You can go look,
Cheaper.
go look it up on IMDb.
We don't have the money to make a golden shower, so we're gonna call it pennies from heaven. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean?
Ken Brockman on The Simpsons said once on air, it's like golden showers for everybody. What do you mean? I should cover the mic. Is that what that means?
Yeah. How much can we get away with here?
So what are you gonna play for us next?
Do you want? Should we do radio
Should-
horror?
You should do Radio Horror
I know
since you're on Radio Horror.
You're waiting to hear that, yeah.
All right, ready? Did anyone need a cup of water? You'd be the only one. So
Yeah, I got coffee down here.
okay.
So
All right. That's probably not good for while you're sick.
it works. It's wet.
Okay.
Just play.
We're ready? We're good?
She said something about getting wet. I was like, what?
And we're on. Oh, wait. I better put this down.
There we go.
Get up in there.
All right.
America and disturbing, the portals taking shape, vibrations transponding, shrill screaming from the grave. The doctor is warping, he's creeping in your head. Frequencies exploding, distorting time and space. Geeks and ghouls, spooky stuff so cool. Dr. Chris and host, summoning the ghost. Hearing us about bang from the hounds. Now you hear the call and the ringing throw. Hail Doctor, freezing geeks and ghouls, spooky stuff so cool. Dr. Chris and host, summoning the ghost. Hearing us about bang from the hounds. Now you hear the call and the ringing throw. Hail Doctor! We might have to try that again, Chris. I'm sorry.
I'm like, where are we going? I'm like, we got this here. I'm like, I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Our apologies.
No, it's fine.
Do like one chorus. It's all good.
Yeah, we got through that.
That's actually pretty much the version that you have for radio play. That's the version for radio play.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? It ends right there.
Then you guys should come here and shoot the music video for it here.
We should do that.
Yeah, and then we'll shoot some scenes at the Holy Land because
That's where shit gets crazy.
16 years ago, shit happened that was bad. But I guarantee you find the right production crew like Fatfoot Films and Hellitosis, they'll shoot a freaking music video there.
They don't care. They're crazy.
There's another abandoned music park I want to go to. It's Wayland Park. It supposedly still exists.
What is Wayland Park?
It was the theme park in Massachusetts everyone went to and brought their kids to, or you went to when you were a kid. I only went there one time. I remember they had they also were known as having the scariest roller coaster ride ever. And I'm not talking how Superman goes up to God and crashes down. We're talking just a not well put together radio, where it's shaking and stuff like that, and just rickety, and you're like, I'm not getting on that.
Yeah, screws are popping off as you're...
It's all made of wood.
Yeah.
That's how old it is. It's made of wood.
It's like going to the bathroom at the old Safari Lounge.
Basically.
You're going to fall through. Should we play another song? Should we... How much? We
got like 10 minutes. No, we don't have 10 minutes. We got like no time at all.
Oh, done already?
Yeah, no. That's why I said we probably only had time for like the 2 songs. So unfortunately,
Yeah, we screwed it up. Yeah, this is Hellitosis.
Yeah.
Just another normal day, normal recording.
They'll play your weddings and bar mitzvahs, and if you want, maybe the person was into it. Your funerals. I want a band at my funeral. You know,
that's a
we
brilliant
will
idea.
totally play at your funeral anytime.
I don't understand how many funerals. Okay,
We just found our next
listen.
business.
Raise a hands. How many funerals have you gone to,
Oh,
Chris?
This year?
In your life?
3
Okay, who were they for?
relatives.
Okay,
One good friend.
okay. Would any of them been pissed if you had a band play at their funeral to celebrate their life?
Probably.
He's a bad example. What about you?
It would be awesome. I would love to have a band play at my funeral.
Your funeral, but what about a funeral you went to?
I know a couple people who would totally be down for that.
Josh?
I think I have played a couple funerals, come to think of it. You know, I get a little bit of juice in me, and I'm all over that. You know, I'm like, who's into some Iron Maiden for Doug? Doug loved Iron Maiden, let's roll. You, the priest.
Are you drunk while you
Well, I've been sober for 4 years now, so my funerals are a lot more quiet.
Oh. I said I wanted the death of Optimus Prime played at my funeral. the music when Optimus Prime dies. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. I would think you'd go for like the rock and roll theme from the, you got the job.
No. Death of Optimus Prime, and then Carry On My Wayward Son.
I was just going to say.
For my son Xavier.
Nice.
Someone told me that's a little bit too much on the nose, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm dead.
One last hurrah.
And then Don't Bury Me. You basically put me out on Lake Webster in Webster, Massachusetts, and shoot a fiery flame into my body.
I have to fill you with some kerosene first.
I don't. Just shoot it in the air so it falls, and then it just lights me on fire. I totally want that to happen as my funeral.
That'd be awesome. I'd be willing to help that happen.
Help shoot me on fire.
I wouldn't
okay.
shoot it because I'd miss, but I'd definitely shoot it full of kerosene.
You would hit that one of the houses on the other side of the lake.
Maybe we should just let the fish have him. We gotta go. We're gonna get out of here.
Eventually, the water's gonna dissipate that raft, and he'll sink to the bottom.
Yeah.
You're not going to care. You're dead.
You're dead. But God, I've been to a couple. I've been to like 5 funerals my entire life, and I can think of one of them. I guarantee the person, if I said, "Do you want to," on their deathbed, it'd be like, "While you're dying of cancer, and you're kind of in and out of it, do you want a band at your funeral?" Just sign this. Hold on, let me just help you with that.
I think that is a brilliant idea because there's so many people that would take. We could be the funeral band.
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna start.
That is what you should start marketing.
I agree.
Seriously, going to
Theme
bands,
songs and funerals.
Yeah.
That's just
it'd be like, hey, no denomination is too small. We'll do everything. You're Catholic, you're Jewish, you're Muslim, you're whatever the fuck you are. Mm-hmm. We'll do you. We are a multi-religious band. You put on a little yarmulke, put on a little Star of David, put on the cross.
That's a really good idea.
Maybe go to the South
again.
Wear the snake around your neck for the snake religion, whatever that's called.
Yeah, the holy roller type. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Chris.
I think you could totally make some money on this.
We're going to go back to the lair tonight and start plotting. We'll probably end up killing somebody so that we can have a funeral,
You have to practice. You have to have a practice run.
Yeah, and then somebody actually slips you the wrong song list. You're like, are you serious? Oh, is this what you want to play it? All right. And then next thing you know, that you're sitting there and you're like, okay, guys, so you get 2 minutes to try and record it, and this is what you're playing. Hold on.
Play Hellitosis songs because I don't know how to play anything else.
Oh.
And here's Dick Witch for The Departed.
I didn't know you knew how to play the songs we do play.
Well, now I'm outed on the radio. Bringing nervousness to everybody around us.
Where can people go to find more information about the band?
We have our own website at hellitosis666.com. We have a YouTube account, Instagram, Facebook, all that under pretty much the tag name Hellitosis. And, you can come see us at the Cove Music Hall on September 2nd and throw things at us.
Your underwear. beer cans.
Yeah.
Banana peels, tomatoes. I'll be there with a box full of tomatoes. Be like, got your tomatoes here?
Yeah.
Throw your tomatoes. Nobody throws tomatoes anymore.
No, that is a
Health
dying
hazards.
art. I find potatoes, though. I've seen a
Those
couple
hurt.
potatoes being thrown.
Wow, that must hurt. At least
wasn't in my
a
direction.
tomato is soft.
Especially if it's rotten.
Not usually in my direction. It kind of goes past me.
What if it was like just a handful of mashed potatoes that thrown at you?
That's awesome. Throw up some gravy as well, man.
With an ice cream scooper.
Have a gravy shotgun.
That'd be great. I'd be on stage covered in gravy.
They're like looking around at each other.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
no. Hold on.
We're gonna have a ladle.
Hold on.
You're looking around at each other. Both of you are covered in like brown gravy, but she's like covered in this white gravy. And she's like, "Where's the white gravy?"
They call that the country song.
Ah!
Aw, why is it always me? Damn it.
This is the raunchiest interview at Radio of Horror. Thank you guys for coming into the studio live to talk silliness, the band, as well as play a couple songs for us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.